Hi there everyone, we're Travel with Johnny and Will, and this video we are actually in the Big Blue Hotel in Blackpool, which is situated on Clifton Drive, just beside the Pleasure Beach. We've actually thought this was a really good location, and it's our first time staying here. There is on-site parking, which cannot be reserved ahead of your visit. However, whenever you arrive, you simply drive up to the barrier opens, and then when you come into reception, they will ask you for your car registration, and you get a discounted rate of £10 per night. In terms of we've sort of simply left our car in the car park, and yesterday whenever we went out to explore, we took the local tram service, and your nearest tram stop is Burlington Road West, which is about 100 metres walk from the hotel.
So we arrived at the hotel around 1 p.m. It was around lunchtime, and unfortunately our room was not ready yet, but we decided to go into the on-site restaurant and grab a bite of lunch. You had the croque
Madame.
madame, and there was maybe mustard in it you didn't really like.
Yeah, I've never had a croque madame before with mustard in it, but it was, it was okay, it was nice.
Yeah.
But I'm not a mustard lover.
And I had the chicken wrap, and the chicken was actually really juicy and tender, so it was actually one of the nicer chicken wraps I've had. And then following this, our room was ready, so we made our way up to our room, which was room number 423. So we booked a coaster view room. So the first thing you'll notice when you come into the room is the two French doors which lead out to this amazing view of the southern end of the Pleasure Beach. So you got to see all the coasters, all the rides, and the noises and all that are involved with that. And that was really like exciting part of it.
We're not a fan of roller coasters, but we're happy to listen to people scream as they go
past. Yeah. And I think for like the first 10 minutes I just stood out there because I was just like in amazement that we were this close. Like part of the biggest, I think it's called the big one, the big tall roller coaster is about 20 meters away, so it's quite exciting. Although I could see that maybe if you're looking for something a bit peaceful, or a bit more peaceful, you maybe wouldn't want to book this room. But to be fair, when the doors were closed, I didn't really hear it at all.
Yeah, and the park normally closes about 6 o'clock most days, so so it has been pretty quiet in the evening times as well whenever we've been back into our room.
Yeah, so upon entering, just on the left hand side you have your bathroom, and then just before that you have a little closet area and an ironing board on the right hand side, and then on the left hand side I think there's some shelves and the hospitality tray. And then when you enter the bathroom, there's a large like sink vanity unit, which would be great for families just to bring out all their stuff. I'm sure if you had a baby or a child, to bring all the stuff out there and set it, and to have that space is great. The shower is over the bath. Unfortunately, it's a fixed head. The shower itself is very powerful. Well, I found it to be very, very powerful, and lots of hot water.
Was good, yeah.
And the temperature's really good. Then just beside the bath, there is the toilet.
And there's other shelves above
and
the toilet
shelves
as well.
above, and also a bottle opener, because when you're in the toilet, you want to be able to open your beer and drink it. I don't know why it's in there. It's the oddest place.
I know it sort of got us talking about strange designs and like who decided to put the bottle opener in. And this isn't the only hotel that we've stayed in that have done that. But there was space in the wall beside the hospitality tray, which would have been a better location.
Then just beside the toilet there is a heated towel rail that you can turn on and off yourself, which is great for drying your towels after the shower.
Yeah. The Big Blue Hotel have various rooms for couples and families to suit various budgets. I think on screen we'll maybe put some information about those rooms. As well as we stayed in a coaster room, and our room was quite spacious. We had opposite the bed, we had like a living area with a desk in one corner and like an electric fire in the others, but it was just really for show. It didn't give off any heat.
And then two armchairs and a little footstool to sit and watch TV.
Decent enough size of TV as well. The room does come with air conditioning, which is a big bonus for us. We have stayed in many hotels in Blackpool and over our 6 years together, and now it's all about the AC, especially whenever you come here, and like we came here to Blackpool before and there's been like heat waves, so it's all about the AC. We didn't have a heat wave on
There
this
was no heat
occasion,
wave this time, no.
but it was nice just to get back to a nice sort of chill and airy room then. The bed now. The bed itself, it was supersized and super comfy. We had no difficulty sleeping the 2 nights that we were
No,
here.
I like it. Initially, it feels quite firm, but it was actually really, really comfortable, and we've had a really good night's sleep here.
Yeah. The it's just a note as well about this hotel. The hotel basically offers different boards. So whenever we booked direct on the hotel's website. We booked bed and breakfast. However, you can book room only. You can also book half board to include your evening meals, and as well as that, the hotel also provides special offers which include like park tickets or tickets to see some of the Pleasure Beach shows. So there's a wide range of different deals and packages that you can buy whenever you're here.
And we would recommend that you must go and see the Hot Ice show at the Pleasure Beach.
Yeah.
We saw it last night, and it's amazing.
If we were here longer, we'd probably go back.
Go back and see it again. Yeah. Then to the right of the bed, just to the side of me here, there's no drawer space in this room, which is a bit odd. But there's like some sort of sideboard thing with sliding doors and shelves.
So that's where you'll find your hairdryer in that cupboard.
Yeah, which was a bit odd because normally you can sit at a desk with a mirror in front of you and hairdry, whereas here you'd be forced to stand up, and if you were short, good luck.
Yeah.
So a bit of an odd placement with a hairdryer, and then odd that there wasn't any drawers as well.
Yeah, I think we would probably replace the sideboard with a chest of drawers,
Yeah.
maybe. Just because if you were staying here for any longer than sort of 2 nights, you would maybe want to unpack your bag and set your clothes out somewhere. So.
And then just above that, there was complimentary sparkling and still water, which is great.
As we said, we booked bed and breakfast, and in the mornings, you basically are assigned a time to come for breakfast. So we chose that whenever we checked in. So in the morning for breakfast, there are plenty of cereals, granola, fresh fruit, and yogurt. There's pastries and bread for toasting. There's apple and orange juice, tea and coffee, and then there's a wide range of selection of English breakfast items, and it's all served as a self-serve buffet. I have to say, breakfast was really nice. The hot food. You actually had hot food this morning.
Yeah, I had some hot food. Yeah.
Yeah. The hot food was hot.
Yeah.
The plates were hot. So it did really keep everything quite warm, which was nice. Because again, sometimes you go to hotel buffets and by the time you get back to your table, your food's like sort of just a wee bit warm.
And then the other thing to mention about the cereals is they're all individually boxed and wrapped. So if you feel like you're a little bit funny about other people touching the cereal, or you may. Some hotels maybe put a cheaper brand into the tube thing.
Yeah,
whereas this was the proper brand.
Yeah, it was all Kellogg's branded items. So
obviously it was fresh for you. So
and in terms of the service in the restaurant, both at breakfast and whenever we checked in for lunch, it was really good. We've never actually seen a hotel restaurant so well staffed. We actually passed a comment that literally as soon as you finish, your items, or once you finish eating, your empty plate or your empty bowl's it's literally being lifted straight away, which is really good. Because sometimes whenever you're sitting and you just want to enjoy a cup of tea or coffee after you've had your breakfast, you don't want to sit and look at like the rest of your yolk and bean juice on your plate. So it's great that the Big Blue Hotel staff are super attentive, and that there is plenty of them.
Yeah, they're definitely attentive, and like the likes of refilling like your teas and coffees, the bread. I've seen them, the plates, stuff like that. Yeah, they just seem to make sure everything's out and available at all times.
And I have to say, even though the restaurant was busy at breakfast time, there didn't seem to be many queues.
No, there's no queues.
So I think everything did run very smoothly. So a big thumbs up in terms of service to the Big Blue Hotel.
So there is a small gym at the hotel. When I say small, it is very small. I think it's basically takes up the space of one room, and it has like one treadmill, one cross trainer, and some weights.
Was there anybody in it?
No, there was nobody in it. But yeah, there's a gym here as well.
Overall, I really
I
enjoyed my
really
stay.
liked it. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I really enjoyed my stay here. Like I say, apart from the fact that we think that they should put drawers in the room, in case people are staying a bit longer, I don't think there's anything else that we would sort of fault really about the
So
room.
there's three things that I would call out were really good. Availability of car parking.
Mm-hmm.
That's a must for us. We've stayed in places before where you're parking on the street, you're parking far away.
Yep,
It's a hassle. Car parking's here.
yep,
Location next to the tram stop at Burlington Road.
yep.
Or is that right?
Burlington Road West.
Yeah, Burlington Road West. That's great. And also location to the park.
Mm-hmm.
And then air conditioning.
Mm-hmm.
Worked amazingly. And yeah, it would definitely bring me back to those 3 points would bring me back to this hotel.
Yeah, I think definitely we'll stay here again. We've had a really enjoyable stay, really comfortable stay. And yeah, we definitely recommend Big Blue Hotel in Blackpool. So, folks, that's our hotel review of the Big Blue Hotel Blackpool. We hope you liked this video. If you have, please give it a thumbs up and click subscribe and consider subscribing to our channel. Don't forget to hit the bell icon to be alerted the next time we post a new video.
Thanks for watching.